Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Maddievlogsanddoes. I'm going to give my cards here energy. This is a client reading. When I was pulling the cards, I was getting a lot of like energy from your ancestors because of course you bought a spirit and ancestor reading. I was also getting a lot of energy from like when you were a kid. And as I'm like pulling the cards, I'm like, okay, these are the cards that I'm going to use for this reading. These are the cards that I'm going to use for that. Da, 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 da. And then they were like, okay, you got to do both readings, spirit and career readings. I'm going to do it in this video. And then the other reading, which is going to be your love and relationships, I'm going to do it in a separate video. So for those of you that this reading is not for, like, share, subscribe. All my information is in the description box, including where you can get this amazing candle from. I'll put it right here. So I sense there's like just trauma from your childhood. Some sort of trauma happened to you as a kid. And it's something that like, how should I put it? It's something that changed your life. It's not like, oh my gosh, you were probably like, oh my God, you know, like abducted or something like drastic like that. Not to make fun of anybody that has ever happened to, but it's something like maybe somebody picked on you or somebody said something to you and that something stood with you for like ever. So I'm going to pull the cards for you. In regards to what your ancestors want you to know. These cards are a little kiddish and they have a lot of nice colors, which I feel like really connect to your inner child. I always tell this to everybody that has ever had a reading from me. It's imperative for you to know to connect with your inner child, especially when your inner child is angry, they're upset, like I didn't get my favorite toy, and this thing that you didn't get shaped who you are today. Okay, so they're saying like your inner child, your spirit guide reading plus your career have a lot to do. Maybe you're going into, I'm not even reading the cards right now, maybe you're thinking about going into like nursing, or childcare, like pre-childcare. You want to have maybe a nursery, or what do they call, like daycare centers. Maybe that's something that you're like interested in, but something that has to do with children so that it can suffice your emptiness from your inner child. Okay, so I'm gonna go on with the reading. It's just a message. So follow your dreams. So this is the first card that shows up. It's gonna follow your dreams. Don't follow, or at least don't, you know, they're suggesting that you don't follow what your mom and your dad want you to do, or what society thinks is best for you. No. And right on top of the deck, when I turned it over, you have the Justice card. So maybe you come from a family member, from a family or a branch tree of families that like to stick to the norm. To the things that they know, don't really like to explore much over the things that they don't know or the things they can't handle. So the first message that you have from your ancestors in regards to your career, directly from your ancestors, which I feel like you have like a lot of like fairy energy, fairy dust, not so much mermaid, but like angelic fairy, old human ancestor. You've been here for a long time, not a lot of lives. Maybe you probably have maybe like anywhere between like 8 and like 20 lives. Unlike me, at this point, I'm like 1,000 in, which isn't all that great, but just to let you know, but you have a lot of that energy together here. So they're saying follow your dreams. and build the skills that you have. You're afraid that you're not going to make money, or that you're not going to make as much money as everybody would like for you to make. You're already thinking about like retirement funds and stuff. It's like, girl, you're like 2.5 years old. Okay. If you're in your 20s, anywhere below 40, so 20, 30s and 40, you're like 2.5 years old, literally in a lifespan of possibly 100 and maybe 5 years at the most, if you really take care of yourself, which I don't do that. I don't know if you do that, besides like the meditation that you might do here and there, and like you know, like baths and like going to the spa that you do here and there. But listen, if you don't have all that stuff put together right now, it's okay. Okay, it's okay to not be totally above and beyond everybody else. This isn't a constant race for everybody else. This is for you. And your ancestors would like for you to understand this is for you. You have a lot of like little nightmares here and there, and they're saying it's like disproportion. There's something about disproportion, or you just don't feel like you're as special as everybody else that comes from like Anunnaki background, and they're telling you that you are. Okay, so don't, or at least try your best. I'm gonna put it like that. Try your best to not think so like down about yourself, or put yourself down, or think of yourself as so old just because you know you have somewhat of an old soul, that you have to just be old all the time, or not pay attention to yourself, and not be youthful. And the nightmares, oh dear, the nightmares are reoccurring because you're not paying attention to what you want, is what they're saying. You're paying attention to what everybody else is doing and whatever everybody else wants for you. And it's time for you to stand up your ground. Right below the 8 of Swords, we have the Fool. And sometimes people read their cards in a separate way, but I read the cards and how the motion of the cards are going. And right below the 8 of Swords, we have the Fool. And the Fool doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be an actual fool, but it means new beginnings. And you just booked a reading in the beginning of the month, which means you will manifest a lot. I do see you trying to uphold every single thing that comes your way. You want to battle it out. And let me tell you, it's not healthy. Don't battle everything out. You want to push through. You want to overdo it and like do something that like everybody else isn't doing, or you want to get there first. And I'll tell you a secret. In a procession, if you ever look at a procession, if you ever look at old videos of like kings and queens, the last people or person in the procession is the queen and their ladies in waiting. Okay, so just because you're not doing things the way everybody else is doing things, it's like the same message over and over again. It doesn't mean that you're failing. And that it's still, even if you go for your dream, you're still going to get all the money that you desire. You know why? Because it's easy for you to manifest, and your ancestors are always going to be there. Okay, light yourself a candle. All the information in regards to how you can get this candle specifically is in the description box. These are made by a very good friend of mine. But try your best to topple away with all these like negative energies, because the dreams that are coming to you and the nightmares that are coming is not because they're actually going to happen. It's because you are putting them there because of your fears. And so now your fears are talking back to you. It's not the universe doing it to you. Okay, I feel like when you were about between 8 and 10 years old, you had experiences with your ancestors, and where you saw certain images, certain glimpses, certain things that your siblings might have not seen, that the people around you were probably not paying attention to. And you knew that that was you. You knew that what you were seeing was you, and that those messages were specifically for you. If you clear your mind from all this negativity, those memories will come back, and it's going to help you manifest. I feel like there's like 1 or 2 rings. There's something about a ring. There's something about some sort of jewelry that you have that is meant a lot to you. And it's almost like you're like afraid of wearing the ring, or you're afraid of having the ring, or you're afraid of what the ring might mean to you. It's going to mean the world to you because it's your experience, and it's going to be an experience that creates memories for you to take on into your next experience, your next life, your next worldly human experience. Okay, I have at the very end of this specific reading, we have cautious progress, and we have, which is the 6 of Swords, and also the 10 of Swords. So basically all the struggles that you're sitting here overthinking and overthinking and overthinking, my dear, is literally you overthinking. There's no action here. There's no action of all of these fears. These are all swords. So this is in your mind. The past coming to haunt you down is in your mind. Your 10 of Swords and all these things that people are saying that are negative are all in your mind. Because trust me, I feel like the people around you are super duper proud of you and the things that you have had to offer to them. I feel like you're also afraid that you might not get as many clients as everybody else, but know that the clients are there with you and for you, and that the clients that you're going to get are already connected to your soul. Okay, whatever it is that you're doing, they're already connected to your soul. They're already put there and experiencing whatever it is that they're going to experience, and going through whatever it is that they're going to go through, to be connected to you through your soul. We have 3 cards from your ancestors, and this is technically a I want to say this is the Atlantis angel oracle. So we have Shamiel and we have Cherish. We have Jophiel, we have Celebration. And then we have Zadkiel, we have Luxury, okay? So you're going to continue to live a luxurious life, okay? Because I feel like you don't let your outside go, but your insides constantly torment you. Like your thoughts constantly torment you. And let me tell you, you have a lot to look forward to. I feel like as far as the future is concerned, I'm going to go right into your career reading. As far as the future is concerned, your fear about being able to have kids or not, or being able to travel or not, being able to accomplish or not, set that all to the side and just begin by doing what you have to do for yourself, where you know you have to start for yourself. Okay, and where you have to start is literally making sure that what you're doing for your future makes you happy. Okay, that's basically where you have to start. What you do for your future is making you happy. And that your fears, they're saying you're in the next 10 months, they're giving you a timeline, right? So in the next 10 months, your fears, make sure that you hold your fears' hands. Hold their hands. Because they're fear for a reason. That means those fears and that energy, that 8 of Swords, stays in that energy in which you do not have to stay. I hope that makes sense. So the fears that you have, hold their hand and cherish your fears. And then celebrate the accomplishments that your fears provide to you. So for example, your crosses, your fears, your struggles will make you who you are for tomorrow. Hold their hand and don't let them go, because it's going to make you who you are. Okay. All right. And they're also trying to say there's nothing in your wheel of fortune when it comes to your career that you don't already know of. Okay. Because you take control. And in the next 10 months, the way that you're going to be celebrating these accomplishments, girl, get the tequila drinks today. Get the tequila drinks now. Everybody needs to hang up their jerseys because my client is going to do what she has to do for herself. Everybody hang up your jerseys. Hang up your jerseys because she's coming with all the smoke, okay? All of the smoke. All right? And they're also saying that your downfalls and your celebrations are up to you. Just as long as you do not, because I have here the Cavalier of Batons, trying to comfort all of the struggles that he may have in his midst. Don't do that. Don't comfort your struggles. Don't curse out your struggles. Don't tell your struggles that they're not there for you. Don't tell your struggles that why me. Don't throw that pity party because it's coming. As a matter of fact, we already went into your love life. Look at this. wonderful relationships, fulfilling relationships that are gonna last a lifetime. Okay, I also see engagement. Like maybe that's the ring that's coming up. Girl, who's getting married? You getting married? What we talking about? Hey baby, we talking about marriage. What we talking about? We talking about love. Okay, because I'm already going into your love life. Because I feel like, you know what it is about you? I feel like you're afraid about love. Even though, yes, this is about career, but I have to give it to you how the cards are giving it to you. You're afraid to love somebody else more than what they love you. You're afraid that somebody's coming into your sphere, into your environment, into what you have going on because of the things that you might have to offer. But you're sitting there offering love, but they see other things. They're seeing materialistic things. And what the cards are saying is that, notice that the lovers, this is the L'Amorex card, right? So el amor, love. Amor, amor, amor. In Spanish, amor, right? And look at how the lovers are. They're looking at their commitments. They're looking at their hands. Despite of what anybody else is doing, despite what the universe is doing up here. Because, you know, this little one up here, Mr. St. Valentine, he's causes all this stuff and all these relationships. But it's really up to you to keep your focus, okay? And both of you are focused. Both of you are focused. But don't worry, because your love relationship is going to be in a separate reading. I'm going to give you these cards here. They're like a fairy type of dark fairy energy. And the reason why they're saying they would like for me to pull some cards, however many cards come out, is because when you do your manifestations, use fairy energy, okay? Anything colorful, anything fairy like purple, pink, lavender, light green, lime, yellow, orange, use these colors, you know? If you want to go into like spiritual stores, there's a lot of culture. They're actually called cultural stores because these spiritual stores have a little bit of everything. When you go into these stores, you ask them if they have any candles that deal specifically with fairy energy, or any pink candles that give off unconditional love, or that feeling of I'm in love all the time type of energy. Light you some of those candles. Get yourself some fairy dust. There's people on Etsy that sell a ridiculous amount of stuff. Just like you'll find me, you find yourself with a whole bunch of people that sell specifically for fairy energy, okay? Get you a wand. Get you a wand. And it doesn't necessarily need to be like a huge wand. It could be something that goes around your neck, like a necklace, like a piece of jewelry. Maybe you already have this piece of jewelry that came out in your reading before. Charge it up. Light you a candle, put your necklace around the candle while it's being lit, and that charges your candle, okay? You don't even need to like do anything like too extra, because I don't think that you like require too much cleansing. So here we go. This is the energy from the fairies. So the Lord of the Forest, okay, this is the energy. Then we have the Shadow of the Past, and then we have the Fairy of Growth. So this reading is basically going right into your other reading, your love reading. So basically, I sense there is somebody in your life, right? So there's somebody in your life, which I feel like is like your dad or somebody, or like the maternal figures in your family tree that have passed away, and also your dad, that kind of look at, like, in a sense, how your relationships could better the family. But you're basically looking at the past as growth, and is exactly how you should be looking at the past, as growth, okay? Don't be afraid of relationships, because not everybody's gonna do you dirty. Remember what I said. The person that's gonna be for you, and that's I've sensed already in your life for the past maybe like 2 or 3 months, is focused on their commitment to you. They are. Despite of what the guy and the man in the forest is looking at. They just want the best for you, and they don't want the past to trample over you. They would like for you to grow. They would like for you to be a grown-up and do all these grown-up things. But listen, being a child is also good. They're also suggesting that you should go out bowling. I don't know where this is coming from. Go out bowling. Have yourself a drink. Go out. Watch a movie. Get some popcorn and enjoy yourself. Okay? Try your best not to turn down any dates with this person that they say is going to come out in your love and relationship reading. All right? And also, don't be too hard on the Lord of the Forest, whoever this person is to you, because they just want the best, even though they're a little rough at the moment. So, my dear, I hope that this reading has been clarifying to you. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading. And that you've got the messages that you needed. If you have any questions, you guys can text me. Text me with any questions. No, I don't charge extra for questions in regards to the same reading. That's preposterous. And after this reading is uploaded, I'm gonna do your love reading, okay? So I'll see you in a few. And for the rest of you, I love you all very much. And for all of you, don't forget to water your life, like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to comment, interact, etc. Bye, guys.